Good morning. My name is Birch Spick. My pronouns are they, them, and theirs, and it's a pleasure to serve as this congregation's faith formation coordinator. Thank you for joining us this morning. Our living tradition is united by common ethical principles, not common creed, common scripture, or common practice. Among these principles is the freedom to seek truth and meaning on our own and together, and to be responsible for what we find and how we live it through our words and actions. This is the great gift and responsibility which we give to our young people as they grow up. These young people of our congregation are coming of age today. They have left behind their childhoods, in which we have cared for and nurtured their ethics and spirituality, and they have accepted this great gift for themselves. The youth in our Coming of Age program have taken on answering the big questions this year. Questions about life, about death, divinity and mystery, justice and ethics, and their place in the world. Make no mistake, this is a difficult and daunting gift we give them. Answering these questions is hard enough for adults, let alone teenagers. But we don't send them out into the wilderness of meaning-making without the help and guidance of their elders. This year, 4 dedicated facilitators companioned and guided them on this journey. Cale Finnegan, Sally Buckholt, Catherine Sutton, and Mark Metz. We thank each of you. We thank each of you for the wisdom and guidance you have given these young people. An adult mentor from our congregation also companioned each of these youth, guiding, exploring, and sometimes challenging them to uncover the meaning they find in life. Coming out on the other side of this year, they have considered so much in a relatively short time compared to the lives unfolding ahead of them. We task and invite each of our youth to make a declaration of the meaning they are just beginning to find. Each year, these coming-of-age youth present their faith statements to the wider congregation, their peers and siblings, parents and elders. These declarations are gifts for us to receive with great presence and no prescription. And I have to say, for that reason, this is one of my favorite services in the year. As we ready ourselves to receive these gifts, let's reflect on these words by Jeff Liebman. The Greek philosopher Plato compared the human mind to a ship on which sailors had mutinied and locked the captain and navigator in the cabin. On such a ship, the sailors feel free to steer the ship as they like, but their direction is erratic. The goal of our religious education and youth programming in Unitarian Universalist congregations has been to help you free your navigator and captain and to guide you as you have learned to take command of the ship of your life. Today, you sail your ship out of the safe harbor of this church community and your childhoods. But know that your ship joins a mighty fleet of kindred souls facing the storms together. Today, you steer to ports unknown, but know that wherever you drop your anchor, fellow travelers are there to greet you, to guide you, and to be your companions, whatever joys or difficulties your life may bring.
Good morning. Okay. Good morning and welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Des Moines. We are a community of children, youth, and adults bound not by creed, but by covenant. My name is Gustav Elge. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I am a member of the coming of age class of 2023. Our church is located on lands that are the traditional territory of the indigenous Iowa people who call themselves Bahoche. Other than those of us descended from those indigenous peoples, we all arrived here from someplace else. As we enter this space, let us recommit to understanding the history of the land it occupies and to owning our part in the work of education, reparation, and healing. If you are here with children, feel free to keep them seated with you or take advantage of our We Worship space in the back of the auditorium where you and your child may play quietly with toys and books. We will not have a forum, children or youth programming this morning. Instead, we invite everyone to join us for the Big Tent event, all church social at Pete Crivaro Park today from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The annual meeting of First Unitarian Church of Des Moines will take place on Saturday, June 4th at 11 a.m. in the auditorium and on Zoom. All are encouraged to attend and participate. Members are urged to attend, participate, and vote. At this meeting, the congregation will hear the report of the president, elect members of the Board of Trustees and Endowment Committee, approve an operating budget for fiscal year 2024, consider a bylaw change concerning membership, celebrate this year's Unsung UU, choose Faith in Action partners for 2023 to 2024, and conduct other business. The annual meeting packet will be available on Realm on May 21st. Paper copies will be available by calling the church office or at the meeting itself. Please silence your cell phones during the service. If you are joining us via Zoom, please make sure your microphones are muted throughout the service. Board President Reba Eagles has a special announcement.
Good morning, everyone. Reba Eagles, she, her, hers. So I'm here to announce that we have a new minister. Woo! A huge thanks to our interim search team. There'll be an announcement in next Friday's Intercom, giving you a little more detail about how this all came about. But on Wednesday, I started having conversations, and on Thursday morning, we had a signed agreement. So let me just tell you a little bit about our new minister in some words he sent to me. Meredith Garman, oh, you know what? So much easier. Meredith Garman was raised by rationalist, humanist academics, and then for a time in young adulthood, went into the family business. Rationalist, humanist academics. He has bachelor's degrees in philosophy and in English, master's degrees in communication studies and in philosophy, and a PhD in government from the University of Virginia. Our new minister is a smarty pants. He was then an assistant professor of philosophy at Fisk University for 4 years in the 1990s. A lifelong Unitarian Universalist, Meredith then attended seminary and was ordained in 2004, right after he did his internship at my old church in Albuquerque. But nobody knew that till we talked about it. Meredith's ministerial career until now has been as a settled minister. He has served our congregations in El Paso, Texas, Midland, Texas, Gainesville, Florida, and for the last 10 years, White Plains, New York. He has been a serious student and practitioner of Zen Buddhism for over 20 years and was the founder and leader of Border Zen Center in El Paso, Dancing Crane Zen Center in Gainesville, and Boundless Way Zen of Westchester in White Plains. For his sabbatical in 2019, Meredith was in residence at Great Vow Zen Monastery in Oregon for 6 months. For the last 23 years, Meredith has been married to Reverend Dr. Laura Kim Joyner, a community UU minister, an avian veterinarian and conservationist, who is now currently in Honduras saving endangered parrots. To which I said, she's very Unitarian. Together, they have an adoptive adult son, and Meredith also has 2 adult children from a previous marriage. As he shifts now into interim ministry, Meredith is thrilled to be coming to Des Moines. So I haven't had a lot of interaction, just some emails and some telephone calls, but he seems like a very kind person. He seems very caring, and I think maybe just what we need for our next steps. Is he perfect? Probably not. Is he going to meet all of our needs exactly the way we need to have them met, exactly when we need to have them met? Hardly. But are we going to be okay? Absolutely. Yes. So, yes, we're very excited about this. He's officially going to be arriving here at the end of August, but sometime after Reverend Victoria's last service on June 11th, please be there. There'll be time for leadership to have some communication with him and get an idea of where we're going into the fall, right before he goes off to Australia to watch the Women's Soccer World Cup. I know, wish it was me. Anyway, thank you so much. We're very excited.
Our gathering song this morning is number 38 from the Gray Hymnal. Oh, there's not.
Thank you, Gustav. Hi, I'm Sue Huber. I am part of the Faith and Action Committee, and I just want to let you know that we have the 6 nominees, and they're attached to your order of service. So please look over them. They all have websites, so you can look at the websites and see which ones you like. At the annual meeting, you get to choose 2. So there'll be a ballot at the end of the meeting. You choose the 2 you want, and whoever the top 2 will be our Faith and Action partners for next year, and that will start in September. And just as a reminder, probably the best ways to support Faith and Action is either give money on Sunday, or easier is just to, under push pay on the website, give a monthly donation or weekly donation. If you could do that, it makes it easier. You don't have to think about bringing money, and it's an easy way to just give money on a regular basis. And as a public service announcement, I was looking over that, and I realized that my credit card was not being accepted by my monthly pledge. So I haven't been paying my pledge since last October. So you might want to check to make sure your credit card's working. So anyway, so that's it. So look it over, and we'll see you at the annual meeting. Thanks.
We thought we were gonna get off easy this morning, I guess not.
Okay. Our gathering song this morning is number 38 from the Gray Hymnal, Morning Has Broken.
Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We're in community to celebrate the glory and mystery of this great gift. So let us kindle now the flame of our liberal religious heritage. Glow, may our reason and our passion lead us to be true to ourselves, true to each other, true to what we can together become.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Dylan Q. My pronouns are he, him, or they, them, and it is my privilege this morning to introduce Henry Stamper. I served as the mentor for Henry in this coming of age year, and I found him to be many things, but I've narrowed it down to 3 to share with you today. I found Henry to be thoughtful in his words and his actions, compassionate in his choices, in his direction in life, and adventurous in his engagement with the world. I'm very pleased to have had this opportunity and very grateful to be here introducing him today. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Henry Stamper. My parents are Adrienne and Ann Stamper. I live in a household of 7. Well, now 6, now that my older brother Liam lives in Iowa City for college. My older sister is a junior in high school, and my two younger brothers are in 3rd and 5th grade. Our house is most often hectic, but fun considering you'll never be bored or alone. Being in the middle of 5, I'm not considered one of the big kids or the little ones. So I grew up having a good connection with both groups. One of the things that I didn't notice when I was younger and distracted by the chaos was a sign about the things that we believe matter that my mom put in the front yard. You all probably have some idea what I'm talking about. An example of this is Black Lives Matter, science is real, love is love, no humans are illegal, and feminism is for everyone. And the one I think summarizes them all, and is most important to me, is kindness is everything. In my opinion, faith is a question that can't easily be answered. I like to start with one main point or idea and branch off from there. My point is kindness is everything. Kindness makes up the way you talk to your peers, family, and friends. What you say in small, everyday things can make or break someone's day. I don't think it matters if they quote unquote deserve it or not. There is no excuse not to treat other people with kindness. It shows people you care about them and or what they're saying. Not only does kindness guide my small decisions, like whether or not to return a lost wallet, but also big things like honoring other people I'm in relationships with. I use this now with my little brothers, trying to make them feel included and comforted, knowing that from experience that I really looked up to my older siblings. I think in the future, I will use the same principle with my spouse and future family. Kindness also includes toward myself. One of the first times I remembered treating myself with kindness, it didn't start out that way. When I was in 1st grade, I struggled to read. I was behind my friends and got really down on myself. It got to the point where I hated reading and I would refuse to practice. My parents and 1st grade teacher got me to the point where I started practicing again. They convinced me to be kinder to myself and let go of my overly harsh expectations. It wasn't easy, but by the end of 2nd grade, I was at the learning target and ahead, actually. That taught me the power of kindness to myself, to help me succeed or hold me back. I don't know if there's a heaven or hell or even a God, but what I do know is that if there was a God, they would understand that a person is not fully good or morally bad. There is light and darkness in everyone. I believe if someone makes a mistake, there's always still time for them to make up for it by being kind. If there was a God, I don't believe, based on the mistakes you made in life, they would say, you're going to heaven and you're going to hell. I know I can think of a time when I said or have done something I regret. And I bet you guys can too. We're all going to die at some point or another. I like to think that I can speak for everyone when I'd say, I'd like to be at peace with my choices and give grace and forgiveness to others around me. No one should live carrying burdens around for however long, so be kind. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Kent Newman. My pronouns are he, him, and his, and I'm not sure what happened to my voice today, but I'll do the best I can. I had the privilege of getting to know Gustav Elge this year, along with each of the other youth, the mentors, and the facilitators. This is such a meaningful program for young people in our culture today, something that most people lack, you know? It was something, growing up, when I got to have Jewish friends, I was always jealous of the bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah. And this is a great equivalent for us that really gives youth the freedom to really explore their place in the world and what they feel about it. The three words I would use to describe Gustav are creative, focused, and persistent. He has a great sense of humor, and I really believe he's going to do great things in the world. I want to introduce to you Gustav Elge.
Hi, yes. Through my many years as the coolest cat in town, I have learned not many a thing. I also don't know much about what I believe in, but if I do know one thing, it's this: don't be mean. You know, people have been mean to me many times before. In fact, I'll give you one of those times. It was a store meeting, and someone said, stupid. Bad. You, other people, mean things to people, and that someone else, not only to someone else, not only to me make me upset, I don't like it when I'm to other people. Much about what I think of religion, I do think that religion shouldn't stop it from being nice to each other. I think that it doesn't what your religion or what you're in, because everyone is different. And as long as people help each other out and aren't mean, they don't need to agree. I think that if something to you that you don't like makes you mad, you should forgive them, because that's really what not being mean is all about. Something else I think is important is that when you see a bully, you say, there, you must be mean, because that's what the kids do. You should always help, no matter your differences, because it's nice to. I think is the key to everybody being best buds and lost problems for each other. My own experience at saying other people can have a bigger impact than it seems. You make people sad, so you shouldn't. A lot of the time, you can think you're joking around with someone, that they're just with the things you say to them, when really it makes them quite sad. Mean to other people, it would want to be mean to you. They will think that you're it because you're a meanie pants. It's never really a good idea to be mean. It never has any positive effects, just ones. In my opinion, not being mean is more important than your and other things you believe in, because not being mean can help other people help yourself. Well, a lot of the time, people's disagreements about their religion and beliefs can cause them to argue and do mean things. Unlike those beliefs, the belief that you should be nice is something that we can all agree on, that helps everyone feel accepted. Instead of splitting people apart, it brings them together. So I think that being nice is more important than your religious beliefs. Even though I'm not completely sure what I believe in, I know I can believe in not being mean, because it's one of the best things you can believe. So henceforth, I urge all of you to not be mean, because being mean is mean, and it's nice to be nice. So I will leave you good fellows with this. Don't put Mentos in your carbonated beverage, and remember not to be mean. Thank you very much.
Story for all ages, The Little Yellow Leaf. Don't really know how to pronounce his name. It was autumn. In the hush of the forest, a lone yellow leaf clung to a branch of a great oak tree. I'm not ready yet, thought the little yellow leaf, as a riot of fiery leaves chased and swirled around the tree. Not yet, thought the little yellow leaf. As the afternoon sun beckoned and teased, Not ready, thought the little yellow leaf. As apples grew musky, pumpkins heavy, and flocks of geese took a wing. Still not, he thought, as the other leaves gathered into great heaps, crackly and dry, where children played. A chill filled the air, and the sun sank slow. Not ready, thought the little yellow leaf, as a harvest moon bloomed amber in the starry sky. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Through the long night, snow flurried, and the little yellow leaf held fast to the great oak tree. Days passed, and still the little yellow leaf held tight alone. He searched the bare branches, covered only with a shimmer of snow, alone. And then, high up on an icy branch, a scarlet flash. One more leaf, holding tight. You're here? Called the little yellow leaf. I am, said the little scarlet leaf. Like me, said the little yellow leaf. Neither spoke. Finally, will you? Asked the little scarlet leaf. I will, said the little yellow leaf. And 1, 2, 3, they let go and soared. Into the waiting wind they danced, off and away together.
The mission of the First Unitarian Church is to grow ethically and spiritually, serve justly, and love radically. Your gifts of time and presence and money make all of this possible. The offering is a budget line item. It is also a symbol of gratitude for this community and a symbol of the generosity that defines it. Every week, half of the collection given to the service goes directly to the wider community to support Faith in Action partners. Let's Talk collaborates with Des Moines Public Schools to help young people resolve conflict. Hathorn Hill works with unhoused family towards permanent affordable. You may get through the plate as it passes or give online. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Eric Hayes. I wanted to introduce Dominic. It's been a pleasure for him to be my mentee for the last year, to see him change and grow over the last year. But 3 words I could describe him with would be considerate, inquisitive, and I'm going to say another way, questioning always. Like I said, it's been a ton of fun. I encourage everybody to get involved with the COA group for the next year as a mentor or a facilitator as well. Dominic?
Do I believe in God? What is good and what is evil? What is fairness to you? Do I think I'm still prepared to answer these kind of questions? No. But here we go. First, I don't think I believe in the higher power, but the thing is, I don't have a reasoning for most of these questions, even though I should. That is because it doesn't seem like something that makes sense for me. But there are things I do believe in. Hi, my name is Dominic Ortiz Berardi. My pronouns are he, him, and his, and this is my faith statement. When I was reunited with my sister and first living with Laura Franca, I learned that Dante was trans. She would put on anything that made her hair look longer, like wigs and bonnets, for example. Being 9, actually, I did not know much about LGBTQ, so I often called her by the wrong pronouns, either on accident or on purpose, just to get a rise out of her. But I'd often get in trouble a lot because of this. And I didn't really see the big reason why I would be in trouble. I didn't really think it was a big deal. But over the years, I've changed, of course. Sometimes I wonder if I didn't have a trans sister, or if I didn't have a sister who was trans, would I be the same person I am today? Would my family still be the same? If the people I knew did not know anyone or did not know anything about being LGBTQ, would they still be the same person today? This has made me more aware of the people around me, as well as being open-minded to people who are different than you are. I believe that you can be taught acceptance and understanding, as you can be taught with racism and violence. Social justice doesn't have to be a big thing either. It could be small things too, like standing up for someone or being supportive at home. I also believe that it's important to have respect for yourself and background, than to try to fit in with other people. When I was walking with my friend, we would sometimes walk with another person, who I'm going to call Fred. One time, we were sharing what it was like to live with our parents at home. Fred was talking about his parents, so I talked about how I didn't know about my biological dad that much. Well, both of my friends said really mean and hurtful things about my bio dad, even though they didn't really know anything about him. So I got mad and walked away. I don't walk with Fred anymore, but my other friend said he was sorry. I think that standing up for your background and pride shows that you can stand up for other people's pride and background too. But I'm not saying that that means you can stand on the lunchroom table and say, I have a trans sister, and if you don't like it, we can go fight at the blacktop. But what I'm also trying to say is to be careful what you say to other people, because you don't know what the other person is going to say or do. And if you have a friend who you do tell someone something, like a secret, or you want to tell your friend that you're thinking of coming at you, for example, what if a friend say something weird or that person? So lastly, listen what I think is important. Being accepting and understanding of others. Number 2, being understanding to yourself. This means that you have to change other people's ideas. Don't listen to the things other people say about you. It doesn't matter what other people think. And lastly, call people by the ones that are comfortable with, feels like it suits them. Doing all these things is my definition of a wonderful person.
I invite you to join in a spirit of meditation. Keep the spirit of life, connecting you with everyone and all things. Sit comfortably, you are seated. Our meditation words today are this year's Coming of Age Covenant. The covenant is an agreement on how we treat one another in class. Think how these words play a role in your life. You treat yourself and others. Speak freely. Participate. Selfless. Kind. Be serious when it's be serious. Honesty. Reflect. Try new things. Have fun, and respect. For a few minutes, we will hold silence. A church is not the building, but a community. As a community of human hands and human hearts, we come together to share our laughter and our tears, to bear witness and minister to one another as we struggle with life's sorrows and celebrate life's joys. May we hold these members in our thoughts and prayers this week. Lois Leonard has moved to Spirit Lake and would welcome cards from old friends as she adjusts to this new chapter without her beloved husband, Bill. Contact the pastoral care team or church office for her new address. Dave Whitkey has been inducted into his high school's Sports Hall of Fame. 70 years ago, he played for the Council Bluffs High School baseball team that won the state championship, a first for their school in any sport. Dave is the only living member of the team. He also played basketball and ran track. Congratulations, Dave. Let us share together now the names of anyone we know who could use some special care and attention. You may call the name out loud or type it into the chat. As we share these names, may the love of this community hold them all. May the light of our community shine on the broken places of the world. May the work of our hands and hearts support, aid, and comfort all those who hunger or thirst for food or water, justice or freedom. May we never look away when we are needed. May those who are grieving be comforted. May those who are tired find rest. May the broken places be healed. May those who are filled with joy and laughter be abundant. Now together we light 3 candles, one for the joys and sorrows we have shared, one for the names we have spoken or written, and one last candle for all of the joys and all of the sorrows which are deeply held but remain unspoken here today.
Comfort me, Good morning. I'm Eileen Jackson, and this year it was my great pleasure to be a mentor for Jada Evans. One of the great things about being a mentor for COA is in addition to helping the kids learn about themselves, they also help you learn about yourself. And it is one of the most rewarding things that I've done in this church. So 3 words I would use to describe Jada is clever, kind, and passionate.
Before I start my faith statement, I would like to say that my life may only be at a beginning, and my social capabilities may be stunted, but I can adapt, and I will. My name is Jada Judith Evans, and I am a member of the UU Church of Des Moines. I plan to live my life with clear loyalties. While I may be a member of my church, I am first and foremost a friend, a sister, and even more importantly, an Evans. I'm a person, a being made from both shadows and darkness of the night, and the brightest rays of the light from the sun. But once again, I am a child made by the will and resolve of my mother and father. I plan to live my life from my own understanding and experiences. I believe we are born to break the mold, and because of this, I will be nobody's servant and will always be there to lend a helping hand. I will burn bright and live freely. As all things I do, I will eventually meet my end and ascend to the kingdom of God, or whatever waits for me at my end. I will not leave without a fight and without leaving my mark on this world. Whether my life is put to use elsewhere or I'm to watch over those I cherish, I will do my job diligently, but most importantly, in my own way. I will have been a piece of this universe, experiencing itself. My part of this dream may be over, but next time I will dream better. It's hard to even begin to comprehend what happens on the other side, but I will live in the present and protect what is close to my heart. It will be hard to move on in my life, but it will simply take time and patience. Every situation is unique and never to be recreated. But the stories and people are special and should be cherished. Although I may struggle to understand the people around me, I will do my best to adapt and be myself. The meaning of church to me is to belong. Whether I worship in a cathedral, a synagogue, or anywhere else, the people and stories around me will help me understand what I need to understand. Finally, through everything I may struggle to even begin to understand, I will live by my own moral code and do my best to be a well-rounded individual. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Denise Rathman. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I had the honor of serving as Layla Evans' mentor. 3 words I would use to describe Layla are contemplative, intellectual, and forthright.
Good morning. My name is Layla. Pronouns she, her. There we go. Good morning. My name is Layla. Pronouns she, her. I want to maintain the attentiveness and frame of mind that adults typically lose about the time they reach their 30s. As they become older, I wish to comprehend those who are either younger or older than me in any way they are different from myself. When I was younger, I learned to watch, listen, and hear. When we move around, I identified new potential friends. So when we moved around, I learned to use these qualities and identify new potential friends, and they came in handy. However, as I grow older, these qualities serve a new purpose, and I have to learn to comprehend people who are very different from me. Even though I wouldn't approach them and start a conversation, I grew fascinated by their manners and thought-provoking ideas. I hope I never lose the awe I once felt towards those who aren't me. My mother has always been an independent and compassionate person. She has always managed to do everything herself, despite the fact that it was her first time living and experiencing the world. I think that she is brave and a brilliant person. I want to be just as resilient and smart as my mom as I continue to grow. My family has also always supported my dreams of working with animals or acting in movies and shows, because I never thought I could live my day-to-day life in a regular office job. I never considered that living, and I hope I don't either when I'm older. I want to continue to believe in myself and that I can achieve much more than a desk job, so I'll continue to pursue my aspirations. I suppose what I'm saying is that as I get older, I hope I maintain every positive trait that I fought so hard to preserve up until now. I also aspire to be just like my mother and keep a kind heart for anyone and everything different than myself, and that I can achieve anything as I grow. Thank you.
Please join me in singing Bluebelt Home, number 124 from the Teal Hymnal. Oh, 1020.
Oh no.
For me, I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean. Still my dry land heart can say,
We are never complete. We are never finished. We are always yet to be. May we always allow others to be and help enable each other to grow toward all that we are capable of becoming. We extinguish now the flame of this religious community. Let us carry its light into the world.
Let us go from this place, open to light, expecting to love, and prepared to serve.
The service has ended. Go in peace.